dress chocolate you like to use so much. Were you rolling?
We're rolling now. As you mock me, yes, that's exactly what's happened.
We're rolling. Okay, so I just wanted to get this out of the way. Do you mind?
No.
Can we start with the heavy-hitting stuff?
The thing you remember most vividly?
Sure.
Yeah.
The proposal.
Wait, should we say who we are first?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's episode 5.
Of Rose Roast.
Oh, it's episode 4 of Rose Roast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Sam.
I'm Aidan.
I don't think we need introductions at this point, but I like to keep it humble, and you're right.
I mean...
For our new viewers.
Yeah.
I kind of consider that we have like a very intimate fan base at this point that kind of is consistent with us.
The gorgeous commenters.
The gorgeous
like
commenters are with us from the beginning, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But to the new ones, I'm
Anyone
saying,
who hits like.
anyone who hits like, anyone who hits subscribe.
You're included.
Also, I have a new goal that I think we should get to 600 subscribesies by the end of this season.
Okay.
It's a goal, it's ambitious, but
it.
I think it's fun to set goals. Oprah told us to do that. So I'm just going to start with the proposal, okay?
Yeah, it's a surprise. We'll get to the Bachelorette, but first the proposal.
30 seconds.
If you didn't watch it, you need to press pause, go watch it, and come back.
You have to watch this show. It is as if the creator of The Bachelor did 8 lines of cocaine and then came up with this formula of what you would imagine to be next, The Truman Show and The Bachelor combined with like tier E class, like middle to low class people, dare I say.
They went to the club and just handed out flyers.
Like
They
a
were
very
like,
bad club.
Hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
seems hungover.
It's truly unprecedented stuff and I'm obsessed with it.
It was so... It's honestly the funniest comedy I've ever seen. And you're right, it was like somebody had The Bachelor and hit like ×3 speed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to say examples. That's just it. You have to watch it. It's done.
Yeah.
And it's like, will they be a married couple? I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter. You don't care.
You gave me
It's half hour
60
of
minutes.
content where I'm like,
Yeah.
literally what's happening. I was
Yeah.
leaning in full 45 degrees, hands on each kneecap, just waiting for the next thing to happen because it seemed fake. And it probably was, but I'm obsessed with it.
So, premise. We have 10 women. There's a guy hidden. Throughout the entire episode, actually.
Yes.
He was wearing, like... Not even he was wearing. I'm sure he was wearing a green screen suit.
Morph suit.
That they, like, photoshopped overwards of, like, moving water a la, like, TLC chasing waterfalls.
I don't even know what it was, but yes, that's right.
The earliest form of, like,
yeah, it was
visual technology.
It was like Microsoft Word technology. Like
yeah, Paint.
Yeah, it was Paint. I mean, I don't even think we have time.
And so, I know. It's just insane.
You can comment if you want us to actually go on into detail. And then we will next time.
Okay.
And then we will in the next episode.
Because I laughed out loud a lot.
And I just don't want this to be long.
Line of the whole episode, though, was, this is Monica. She's been dumped on New Year's.
Monica was dumped on New Year's Eve.
That was it.
Was the delivery. And you were like, I'm in. Honestly.
Yeah.
They give like 2-second blurbs when they're like degraded and walking out of bathing suits and heels.
Struggling
it's
to
like
come
USA,
down the stairs.
Miss America.
Yeah.
It's very Trumpy, but it's fantastic.
Anyways, on to the Bachelorette.
Yes. So, where to start?
It's hard because I still don't know any of their names.
Yeah. Yes. But, okay, like...
We had just done a rose... No. We start with the rose ceremony.
Right.
And that's when...
Sweatsuit left?
Yeah. No, he didn't leave.
Oh.
He gets a rose in his sweatsuit.
Right.
That's
the first
most
one,
insane
which was insane.
part. I don't know if he got the first one, but it was just like, he was like, this is me, I'm like, this is an experiment. I was like, it's episode 3.
He's like, I'm gonna do me this time. It's like, okay, it's kind of bold, but...
You're an
You got a
attorney, you
rose,
take
so-
the wheel. Yeah.
Can we just go to the first group date?
Sure.
Is that what happened next?
Yeah.
Okay. First group date was the battle of testosterone, where they're doing like manly lumberjack activities.
Yeah.
It was like who was the biggest dick kind of thing, and they
It's
sawed
also like
and
nearly
climbed trees.
offensive to Utah to be like, just do the stuff.
Right. And
Utah's like, we
cement.
have other stuff.
Right, totally. But they're like, we're on the mountains. Let's like lift whole trees.
Yeah.
And
I feel a little bit wrong because the setup was like they won't be able to cut things with an axe, and many of them were capable.
And many of them weren't. I would argue the tasks were like offensive to men, dare I say, a little bit, but they all seem to be down.
I don't want to be a bitch, but if I showed up and they were like, these are the things you're doing, I'd be like, no, thank you.
Of course.
That's not for me.
I actually don't know any guy that would be like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like,
log. What did you spit?
Spit on the ground. I just imagine, like, if you're tossing logs, you're spitting on the ground.
You're right. But they were all, like, very down. Like, they were like...
Right. Oh, okay, yeah. So then this is when they're having the, during the cocktail ceremony, she has that one-on-one with the perfume guy. After.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so much happened. Was that during that?
Yeah, that was after.
Oh, yeah.
There was test of their masculinity.
This episode felt long.
Yes, it was. And then he pulled her aside and he was like, here is a Chloe perfume with my name on it, which is offensive.
Yeah.
You can spray me all over you. And she was like, thank you.
She's like, thank you so much for the gift.
Right. She was like...
Yeah.
And then he pulled her aside again to be like, babe.
Yeah, Jean Blanc.
Jean Blanc, I am, dare I say, falling in love with you. And she was like,
What?
Pregnant pause. And
She's like, can I get a call sheet? This feels wrong. The schedule is way off. What week is it?
You're supposed to love me week 4, this specifically week 3, and I feel as though you don't know the schedule.
Yeah.
Schedule.
And he was like, what? No.
He also lost track of time, so
yeah.
like, he doesn't know that this actually isn't the week that you're supposed to say I love you.
And he tried to like backpedal and be like, we could take a step back, and she's like, or you could go home.
Was
like,
it the perfume with my name on it? No? Okay.
Yeah. Insane.
So he went home, and then she was like, I have had it up to here with you fuckers.
Well, because
I'm going home, okay?
No, because when she was like, let me walk you out, he was like, I didn't mean it, I just said it because I thought that that's what you wanted to hear. And
right.
she was like, come again?
So then she was like, I've had enough of this bullshit. I am going home. Y'all are fake. I mean, she wasn't like,
she's like, if you're a liar, you can leave too. I hate liars. Ari was a liar.
And then all the guys are like, oh my stars, I would never do that to you, Miss Becca.
Never tell you something that I didn't authentically feel on the air with a camera rolling.
To say something inauthentic in this environment is blasphemy. Truly, they were like, I would never.
The concept of someone coming here to lie is crazy.
I, for one, am here for all of the right reasons, and I know I am.
Going into tonight?
Going into tonight, I'm here for the right reasons.
Mm.
And so she's pissed, she moves on. Then
she drinks a ton of hot tea.
She drinks a ton of hot tea with
straight hair, so you know she's serious.
Straight hair, foundation, no eye makeup. So you know she is actually from slumber.
Sad.
So you know that she's sad and in bed.
She had curly hair, you'd be like, she's getting over it, it's fine.
Like, she's having fun.
She's bouncing back from the lies.
Like
with
a touch of eyeshadow, I'm like, this bitch is going out.
Yeah. Smoky eye? She's okay.
Freshly contoured, not the case. It was just a blemish coverage, and then she was in bed.
A light concealer and a touch of mascara.
So you know she had a very sad day. Actually, it was mostly like smudge mascara. I feel like they applied like a breath and were like,
yeah.
tears.
Took a pillow, like.
Yeah. She's like, perfect.
Take it off. She's like.
Do I look sad? Do I look sad? Okay, come. Roll the cameras. Okay, then we move on to one-on-one with the cute side-eye guy, Wills.
Yeah.
Going into that date, I thought that he would be very fun and sweet. And I was like, I don't know if I see it as a match with anyone else, because, like, he just seems like he has, like, he was always giving, like, and, like, so I felt that his realness, and maybe he was, like, a little bit too blunt for her, but then when they started talking, he was, like, really sappy and, almost looked like he was stoned, because he would mutter every word, and, like, his eyes were always half-masked.
And she kind of started doing to him what they always do to her, which is what, like, you project onto that person. Mm-hmm. She's like, you're just, like, so honest and, like, authentic and, like, easy to get along with. And he's like, I don't know you. Or like that's my voice in his head.
Right. But then he was like, I too have been dumped several times before with the girl.
Yeah.
Like I feel like because she's like, you're so honest, I love how honest you are, he's like, I'll reveal a bit of myself. Like because she said that.
Right.
You know?
It's true. Oh, we forgot about
Gareth's one-on-one.
Yeah. Oops.
Right.
That came way earlier in the episode.
I honestly forgot because he kind of creeped me out. They both were like very goofy and silly together, which is like a sign that I think that it's usually the most boring couples that make it to the end.
Yeah. He's definitely a contender. It's just weird that they were like walking on sunshine the whole time. It's like, where's this coming from?
There was like a lot of like dancing because they were like so excited.
I'm like, I don't know, slipping and sliding down the hill. And then they went bobsledding, which was fine. But you said actually, which was really interesting, that it's not really fair to do a bobsledding, like high adrenaline activity, and then like have time to bond afterwards. Like obviously you're like
gonna make it.
Heart is pounding, so you're like,
let's fuck.
Ready for the bone zone.
Yeah, like it's like a bungee jumping date. Like I could do that, and I have done that with like literal strangers, and you are bonding because you're like in a scary situation together and like you're close. He's like, they're basically spooning in that thing.
Yeah.
And you come out of it being like, fuck yeah! So like you make out.
Yeah.
So
you're like, he's incredible, when really you just love bobsledding.
Right. It's just an event-based joy. Nothing to do with the person you're with.
It's true. It's kind of like when you're traveling in a new country and you're obsessed with somebody and then you're like, no, I love Cambodia.
That's right.
Specifically.
Yes. Yeah.
You get home and you're like, you see them again on like your own turf.
And you're like, you can't be in my daily life.
Yeah. You're like, oh, you just go to your office now? That's hella boring. We used to climb like Kilimanjaro.
That's right. This was all too real for me.
Too soon.
No. Perfect. And so, and then we go on to the other date. Oh my god, also Garrett. We have some B's on the G's in terms of Google that Garrett has been recently liking like Hitler propaganda, a la like school shootings being staged, white supremacist type of tweets on Instagram type of things. And so it's like, yeah, he could very much be a white supremacist. And there's like an air of that in his like je ne sais quoi. So
yeah, for sure.
Y'all keep us posted on that. Apparently he's a horrible person.
It seems like everybody's a horrible person. You just like skim off the top layer and everyone's trash.
Right.
And like not in the normal way, like in the real kind of
like
way.
Trump's America type of way.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I would say there's another group date.
Is there?
Or was that?
I think that's it.
Oh, okay, great.
And then what's his face is back? David? Bloody Eye?
Bloody Eye. I mean, there was, when he got that rose just for like showing up like a good sport.
It felt forced. You could see her like reading the producer's lips being like, you were so good at surviving your fall out of the top bunk. Please stay. It's
so like, you are all man. Thank you for coming back from the wreckage of what you did to yourself because you're a small boy.
I'm overcome by your bravery. Also, switch to a low bunk now.
Also, how did your hands not break your fall? Even in your unconscious state,
She's like, don't sleep on your side, like teetering by the edge. She's like, lie on your stomach.
Right. But also, and I can say this because I'm Jewish, and I will, not to be contra, but there's something so, like, Hasidic about this boy, and his voice is so gross to me. He seems Jewish, and it's gross. I know you can't say anything, but I can, and it's disgusting. The way he talks, I'm like, ugh, and, like, there's a weakness there, and I can say that, again, because I'm Jewish, and I'm not going to edit this out.
White knuckling.
I know, I could feel it. The second I start saying something, I'm like, show you my bat mitzvah photos to prove it. Anyways, what were we saying? So she keeps him on, and every time they cut to his face, he's like literally crying out blood because he is so injured and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And like his lips are swollen and like half of his face, it looks like he got a nose job. He has like the perfect bruises and like.
I think while they were in there, he was like, could you nip and tuck?
Jewish.
That's not what I meant.
For sure. Neither. And then they're keeping him around because, like, you know, next week they'll have that one-on-one in, like, some abandoned island, and it will be great.
That abandoned island, Vegas. They're gonna drive outside of like the city limits where there's no more water.
They'll be like, bye! Yeah.
Yeah.
No water.
Yeah. I just think that, yeah, if you like show up somewhere and it's like only desert, you're going home.
Yeah.
And there's one other person, you're like, fuck, everyone finds you annoying, so that means everyone finds me annoying.
Right.
Oh my god.
What?
Lincoln is a flat earth truther.
Holy balls. Okay, not only is Lincoln a convicted sexual predator.
That's correct.
Which is insane. He thinks the world is flat.
Yeah. And thinks that there's just as much evidence that it is round that it is flat.
Insane.
Which is
and
crazy.
Like doesn't know or understand about gravity at all, which makes me feel like he didn't go through school education.
He kept calling it friction. Friction keeps you on the ground.
Yeah, there's something up with him. I mean, he's and he's a sexual predator. I mean, there's a lot of things against him at this point.
But this is what I think is so funny about the men and the women. If the one woman was talking about this, it would be a huge fight and they'd all be chiming in and be like, you're a dumb bitch. But if a man said the same thing about the earth being flat, and when a man says it, they all just like hear him out and like don't really participate in the topic, but don't call him out either.
We are finished with this episode. Again, please watch the proposal because it is art.
It's important.
And extremely important, especially in this economy and you know, this State of the Union and all that stuff. So with that in mind, I am Sam.
And I'm Aidan.
And thank you so much for participating in this journey with us. We love you. Bisous.
Okay.
That's kisses in French.
Oh.